Hi Chetan,
Hi Tilak.
welcome to RLZ.
Likewise.
Thank you for coming here, and it's always pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
You are one of the great collectors of motorcycles. Like it's not a joke to have such a big, hefty parking lot.
Yeah, I think I just like riding motorcycles. I mean, that's also why I think people who would be seeing this video, they would see a blurred face. I don't like publicity or any of these. I just like to improve my skills. For me, a lot of things make a motorcycle. The handling of the motorcycle, the way it looks, its aero, how light it would be in these cases, and what could be improved at the same time. So if you see any of my motorcycles, they're probably maxed out, most of them, because I like to see what I can improve. There's always room to improve one or the other thing.
Chetan, I just wanted to know your experience working with us from RLZ. How did you feel?
So it has been pretty great, I would say. So I recall that I came to RLZ last year in May. So initially I wanted to build the carbon fiber winglets for my Street Fighter.
Yes.
So I came over here at that point, but then I had to leave for US for some work. So I left the 10-hour video eventually to work on the bike. So initially I was skeptical because I mean it's a pretty close bike of mine. It's my first super bike, so I was skeptical. But it took around, I think, 5 or 6 months in total for the entire thing to build. Because I mean, obviously there will be 3D scans, you'll have to rectify a lot of stuff, a lot of mathematical equations also go into that. You would know better than about that than me. So, but yeah, after 6 months the bike was built and I was pretty happy, especially with the quality of the parts as well as the weight reduction. I mean, there were a few nooks and corners where things I felt could have been improved, and I informed you about that as well. And what I liked even better was that you were always like ready to help me out in anything. I mean, I recall I called you I think 3 to 4 times about very minor things, because as for me the thing is it should be like perfect or very close to perfect. There shouldn't be any space. It shouldn't look like a jugaad or something else, which a lot of people in India do. So I was very skeptical at start, but you were pretty helpful and I never had any issues. I thought I could always say what was in my mind and you were always ready to help me out. And it's been, I think, almost a year since I'm riding this, and I've ridden I think around almost 3,000 kilometers on the bike with that and other modifications, and I would say no issues with the bike at all. It's been great. So I recall that there were a few minor issues. Like, I mean, obviously it's a carbon part. It won't be like a full 3D build as a plastic part which you could just build with a 3D printer or something else. So a lot of handmade stuff goes into that, which I knew. So, but yeah, I told you about that. You were always ready to like jump on the call and get the bike ported and just get it fixed. And that was basically what I liked, because I mean, we are in India and you know, not a lot of people like to provide good customer service. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy in that case. And even after that, there were a few places where I think I was installing the steel bedded lines last time, and I had to open up the entire tank after the full part was built. But there was some place where the torque was a bit more, so I called you up at that point of time. You were more than happy to send the bike directly to your place. You removed it, got it fixed and sent me back, and I was actually pretty astonished with the type of service you provided. So I was more than happy. I mean, I never had any issues with this. The main part is how you provide service after that. And I mean, that's why I'm again here, because I love the service. The carbon parts also, I mean, I don't think there is anyone else in India who does this. I mean, I might be wrong as well, but I haven't seen it till date. And yeah, it's just a beautiful motorcycle at this point.
How would you rate the products of RLZ in 1 to 10?
So I would rate it around 8 out of 10. Okay. I mean, because there's always room for improvement. You know, you can never rate anything 10 out of 10, obviously. So it's always good, and I never had any issues. The only places of improvement where I think could have been done better were basically the cuts. But I mean, I'm not I would say the correct guy to talk about this, because I don't have experience with building these things. In my case, I would see that I don't see any of those things. It was there in the initial parts, but they were rectified. So, yes. But apart from that, no issues, and I'm pretty happy with the service.
Thank you, Chetan. And how would you rate the service from RLZ in 1 to
Service would be 10 out of 10. I mean, there's no doubt in that, because as I said, if I called you, you instantly picked up always. Not even in this case, like I had other parts as well where I called you once for my helmet that I have. I called you for some part and you're always ready to help me out in that case as well. And apart from that as well, if there is anything else for the tank painting or the making of the cover, which we are currently going to do again, or for my Ducati parts as well, so you're always ready to help me out. So yeah, I am more than happy. I don't think I could ask for a better service, because yeah, no other issues from mine. I mean, I'm more than happy.
Thank you very much, Chetan.
You can spend money and you can still not get a lot of these things. For me, I'm more than happy. It does put a smile on my face whenever I'm riding the motorcycle. So that's more than anything that money can also buy. I mean, at this point of time, when you wake up, you see the bike and it shines, and you're like, you can just look at it. That's how good it looks. That's the least thing that I could do. I mean, since you've helped me out in almost everything, so that's the least I could do, is to come down and talk about it. And I'm pretty sure that we'll do a lot more stuff going ahead. Now that I have a lot of motorbikes, we sure will.
Thank you very much, Chetan.
Okay,
Again.
cool.